good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Life of Logan TV. And coming through the door, if you haven't done so already, I would greatly appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button, like the video, and when it's all said and done, comment down below and let me know what you thought about it. Let me know if anything resonates. You knowing yourself, actually knowing yourself. I mean, actually taking a deep dive in yourself and understanding everything that makes you tick, the good, the bad, and the indifferent. You understanding that and just being in tune and in lock and step with yourself, that will offend some people. And not just people who already had shown outward ill will towards you. It'll start to bring out the worst in people who maybe you thought had your best interest in mind. You'll start seeing that because doing the work on yourself, that will offend some people. And I know what you're saying because I had the same thought in my head. Why would that offend anybody? That shouldn't offend anybody, me doing the work on myself to better myself. That should not offend anybody, especially somebody who is supposed to be my friend, somebody who is a family member, someone who says that they love me. That shouldn't offend anybody. That should make you root for me harder because I'm walking the path of improvement. And at the end of the day, if you love me, then you want to see me improve, right? Not so fast. Now, that doesn't mean that that person has any kind of ulterior motives or anything for you, but doing the work on yourself, it offends people because they are not ready to do the work on themselves. It's a scary task doing the work on yourself. It's very daunting. Not many people have it in them to actually do the work on themselves, to actually go deep down in them valleys and go through all these different things and see those ugly, nasty parts of yourself and acknowledge that they're there and then take the steps to recreate them into something more positive for your life. Not everyone has that fortitude, that constitution, that integrity, if you will, to slip down in there and just go to the deepest parts of your soul, places where you had tried to avoid, places where you were actively not going to. Not everyone has that in them to be able to do that. So seeing you do that, it scares them, but their fear comes as offense because when they see you changing so much, it makes them question, where do I fit in this person's life after they change? Where do I fit in this person's life after they change? And that's the fear that sometimes we have, especially with loved ones, that someday it's all going to be over. Now, it'll all be over because of death, but sometimes you just grow. You grow, and then when you grow, you sometimes do what? Grow apart. And when you grow apart, that it can be for a myriad of different reasons, but you don't want to lose that connection. And people are in fear of the connection. And then some people will say, if you're doing better, if you're doing so much better, then you might look at me or you might look at whoever in your life and say, yeah, you were the reason why I was stuck in that rut. And it's not that, at least in my standpoint, I'll just speak for myself. It's not that when I've done the deep work on myself, I've done the shadow work on myself, I've went to counseling, I've went to rehab facilities for mental health and things like that, and to just improve myself and just trying to figure out not only just my purpose, but just figuring out what makes me tick and just further understanding myself. It wasn't to boot people out of my life. And granted, people will come and go. People will come and go. That's just the way it is. It's a revolving door life. People come, people go. It happens. But it's the fear of when you start doing better for yourself, you'll leave me behind. It's the fear that people have when they have financial success. Like, oh, you done blew up on me. Oh, you blew up on me. You know, you used to be my homie. You know, now you act like you don't know me. Things like that. And that's why you have that crabs in a barrel mentality where if you're doing better, then what do you need me around for? So, y'all, I would be interested in knowing y'all thoughts. You know how I feel about that. Comment down below. Let me know how you feel about this video. Make sure you share the video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. That's what we call it around here. And I'm going to go ahead and get back to what I need to do. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Make sure you like the video on the way out. This has been Life of Logan TV, and this is the Vulnerability is My Strength bicep. And we out, as always. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.